Hey, what's happening, guys? Dan Darrow here with another Options and Play video update. So we're definitely into the heart of earnings season right now, and through the remainder of this week and into next week, there's going to be a lot of companies reporting pretty much every single day. Now, one of the things that helps me, and I hope it can and help you, is kind of sifting out the earnings that matter, right? Or maybe matter more. Okay, and I know that some are some you can kind of spot, right? Like on the calendar, like the big names, like everybody's gonna talk about Microsoft, Apple, yada yada yada, right? And that totally makes sense. But then you got the names underneath that, a lot of high beta, high volatile stocks, right? Those also matter. Earnings matter to those because those are earnings based stories, right? And that's really what I want to get here is that sometimes it can help if you avoid the stocks that aren't earnings based stories, meaning the stocks that don't really revolve around an earnings, right? An earnings release. So, for instance, like AMC, right? Everybody knows the story with AMC. It was like a short squeeze. It was, Reddit fueled momentum buying, right? Earnings, they haven't really mattered. It hasn't moved the needle. Like people have not traded AMC that aggressively based off what the company releases quarter after quarter, right? So going into its earnings release, whenever that may be, if the option pricing is through the roof, well then you need to like ask yourself, okay, do earnings matter, or is this more like a straight momentum stock, right? When momentum's there, it moves. When momentum's there, it doesn't move, and earnings really aren't relevant to that story, right? Other things like bios, right? If it's a bio that's awaiting a phase three data release, or it has a phase three data release 2 to 3 months from now, if there's no operate if there's no a commercial stage drug, right? I mean, they're not getting any revenues. There's nothing to really report, and data is still a couple months out, right? So like playing an earnings report on this, it really might not move the needle, right? Because unless they give like a material update on their pipeline, there's really nothing to communicate, right? I mean, it's still a waiting game, and earnings really don't matter to a development stage bio when there's really no data available yet, right? Also, like these little like kind of like SPAC or DSPAC names that actually don't even have revenues, right? So space, there's really there's nothing, right? It's about the launch, it's about the progress, but in terms of earnings and revenues, there are none. They don't have a product, they're not collecting money, so when it comes down to it, is this an earnings play? To me, it would probably fall in the camp of no, because earnings aren't the story here. It's about the progress and how the company is moving forward with like, getting ready for the launch and the test flights, and et cetera, right? So when you're going through the list, right, and it's just going to get busier and busier and busier the next couple weeks, ask yourself, okay, do earnings matter? Are earnings impactful in the stock? Do earnings move this stock materially? And if the answer is no, then it might be more beneficial to wait until after the earnings release comes out. And then if you're still interested in the stock, maybe the option pricing will be a little bit lower, right? Because oftentimes stocks will carry higher premium because of the event. And if the event really isn't that eventful, for lack of a better word, then maybe option pricing will be lower after, and you can go back to doing what it was doing. And if you liked it for a trade, well, then maybe you can get the options at a better price. All right. So just some things to consider. So I'm throwing it out there. I try to do that at least once a quarter. Just kind of remind people that when it comes to earnings, they're not all created equal. All right. So, if you like this video and you're looking for more information about trading earnings with options, please follow up with the link in the description of the video for more information on options to play. Have a great night, stay well, and I will talk to you all tomorrow.